Mama always told me, baby, you gotta walk by faith.
Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you guys can see me. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm back again with another story time video. Gotta make sure I look here and not over here. Hopefully you guys, let me see. That's too far away. Alright. This is actually quite awkward to do this story time video. I remember a few videos ago I told you guys that I used to walk almost 4 miles every day when I used to live in Maryland. And this plays a part into that video because I would walk to this library. I would walk from my house to the library, then I would walk back from the library to my house. So it was 2 miles there and it was 2 miles to get back. Sometimes I would just go to the library and turn back around. Sometimes I would stay at the library and hang out and, you know, just do stuff, you know, check emails, etc., etc. But it was just a meeting point for me. I just chose that point because it was exactly 2 miles away from my house. So I just chose that. Once I would get there, I would turn back. And that was every day, 4 miles every day. Sometimes even more than that. But at least 28 miles, close to 30 miles a week. But the thing about it is, if people from Maryland who may watch this video, or if you aren't, there's a park called Patterson Park. And it's a pretty good sized park. It's not like Central Square or anything like that, but it's a big park. The thing about it is, it was a really big park, and I would never walk through the park. I will always walk around the park. But the thing about it is, it's faster to cut through the park diagonally than to walk all the way around the park. Which is what I normally would do, and I found out that I was saving probably a good 5 to 10 minutes on my walk by cutting straight diagonally through the park. I just never cut through the park because it was intimidating. It was very scary. Very scary. Yeah, I know it's just a park, but I was just scared to walk through the park, you know? Because there were a lot of homeless people who were in the park, and there were a lot of like dogs. I think I wasn't necessarily scared of the homeless people because they really aren't that harmful, even though sometimes they can get violent at times. But it wasn't because of the homeless people or anything. It was just the part about people having loose dogs. Because me and dogs do not mix. I can tell you story times about that. But it was just I didn't want like to get chased by a dog. Because I've probably been chased like throughout my whole life, a lot of times by dogs. So I think that intimidated me from walking actually through the park. But it's actually a pretty beautiful park. It's a nice park. It has a skating rink, ice rink, swimming pool, basketball courts. It's a beautiful park. Beautiful. I just would never walk through it. So the first day, I decided actually to walk through the park. My camera battery is like 50%, so hopefully it doesn't die on me while I'm doing this video. But one day I decided to actually cut through the park as a shortcut and walk diagonally through the park because it would save me 10 minutes. I would get there 10 minutes faster. So I decided to cut through the park, and everything was fine and everything. And you know, I'm just walking through. Mind you, I was very alert because this was my first time walking through it, and it was like the way the trees were. It could be sunny, but it's like once you enter the park, it would kind of turn dark because the trees were like kind of block the sunlight. So it's like you would be like, it's almost like walking into a cave almost. The way the trees were like set up. It's like you would be in the sunshine, you would enter the park, and it would like kind of get dark a little bit. So that was kind of scary. Especially my first time walking through there by myself. Like I said, my biggest fear was just being chased by a dog. I need to look right here. I'm sorry. But I'm walking through the park. Everything's fine. I have my earbuds in, listening to music, and then I hear somebody saying, excuse me," and I looked around and I saw this girl. I saw this girl, and she kept saying, "Excuse me, excuse me." I even tweeted about it on Twitter as it was happening because I didn't know if I was like about to get robbed or something. So she kept saying, "Excuse me, excuse me." I didn't stop. I kept walking because, like I said, this is my first time going through the park, and I was already scared going through the park. So this didn't help my first time going in, and I already had someone trying to come after me, which I didn't know where her intentions were. She could have been. I saw some people on Twitter and they say, "Oh, she's just trying to talk to you. She was trying to." I mean, she was alright, so I don't know why. Like, now that I think back on it, I wish I would have stopped and actually see what she wanted, but I didn't because it was my first time going through. I was trying to get out the park. I was trying to get out the park, but I really wish I would have turned back and seen what she had wanted. But I was walking through the park. She kept saying, "Excuse me, excuse me." Obviously, she's trying to stop me. And she followed me a good distance. And I kept walking. I didn't stop. I looked back and she was following me. And I'm walking through the park. I'm walking through the park and she's following me. And I didn't know what it was. It could have been a setup because she could have been like, "Oh yeah, excuse me, I need help, I need directions." Because I was on my phone at the time. So it's like she could have been like, "Oh, can I see your phone?" Then she could have ran off with it. But she'd be like, "Oh, I'm lost, I need directions." Then two people could have jumped out and robbed me. I mean, anything could have happened. But it was kind of scary. But now that I think about it, I was like, I was talking to people on Twitter as it was happening. Um, they said you should have stopped. She was just trying to talk to you, you know. But me, by it being my first time going through the park and that happening, that kind of scared me. uh, but the thing about it is this. But it was really really scary. Like I said, she kept saying, "Excuse me, excuse me." She was definitely trying to get my attention. I didn't know what she wanted. It was my first time going through the park, so I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know she was trying to rob me. She was trying to take my phone. I don't know what, but I wish I would have stopped. Like, even the next day, I came back through the park just to see if I would see her again, and I didn't see her. So I was like, oh well. But that was actually kind of scary. That was my first time walking through that park. And after that day, it wasn't that bad that I continued to cut through the park on my way to the library that I would go to. From that day on, that's when I started cutting through the park. But I could be over exaggerating the scene of what happened. I guess a lot, but my senses were high. Like, and you know when you just a new environment, you're like your senses are like your spidey senses start tingling. All these people going on, you don't know if you're trying to get set up or like anything, but that's just the way my mind was. But after that, I always walked through the park, always cut through. It was, like I said, beautiful, nice. After that day forward, I'm not sure why I was ever so nervous to cut through the park. I think it's just really this thing I have with dogs. Because generally people take their dogs to play. I'm sorry, I look right here. People take their dogs to the park to play and they let them off the leash. And these could be pit bulls, rock rollers and stuff. So they get off the leash, they see you walking by, they think you want to play too. Now if I see a dog coming at me, I know they say don't run, I'm running. I'm sorry. So, but we almost at the 10-minute mark, so thank you guys for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. I'll have to do a vlog today. I still haven't done my vlog. Sorry about that. I was just too lazy last night. But I'm going to put the vlog up, then I'm going to put this up first. I'm still working on my gaming channel. I plan on doing a live stream on Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday? It won't be done today. Wednesday I'm going to do a live stream on YouTube. My gaming channel is Mr. Suit Gamer. Mr.SUITGAMER. Just type that on YouTube and you should find me. Thank you guys again for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.